If anyone's wondering why I'm wearing a crown today, it's because I'm a birthday princess. Ooh, and I'm feeling good. Hello, my lemon slices, and welcome back to the Lemonade Stand, or welcome if you are new. My name is Brianna, and today is my birthday. That's it. I just wanted to say that. Anyway, my name is Brianna. I'm a certified personal trainer, a big, huge biology nerd, and a hashtag registered dietitian to be. RD to be means I'm still in school to be a registered dietitian, okay? I don't want anyone to misinterpret what I'm saying. We're gathered here today for a really fun episode of Stuff Influencers Say. Today's episode is actually brought to you by me. When a wellness influencer argued that indisputable scientific facts were wrong, and then she called me a non-believer. Because I didn't agree with her pseudoscience, because it was not real science. Before we proceed, if you love science-based health, wellness, and fitness education with some lulz and some dry sarcasm on the way, why not hit that subscribe button and join the Lemonade Stand? I would truly love to have you here. All right, without anything further, let's make some lemonade, but I'm drinking coffee in a really cute clear mug. I got this from a thrift store for 50 cents. So as I said, today's episode of Stuff Influencers Say is brought to you by me and my own experience. So I had a comment exchange with this person on an Instagram post that I made, which they actually made first, and that's how this whole thing started. The post was very old, probably from almost 2 years ago at this point. I don't know why they thought to scroll all the way back down to that post and then make that comment, but you know, whatever. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that I have an ongoing series called Brianna Tries. In it, I have tried things such as social media, health and wellness trends, workouts, and ridiculous diets. And I think the very first, or one of the first episodes I've ever done of Brianna Tries was of me trying water fasting and failing miserably at it. I think my goal was to go to 72 hours and I barely made it to like 30 hours or something like that. I don't remember, but I did not make it the full 72 hours. Yeah, you will never catch me fasting again unless I'm in a coma. And even then, I'd probably have a feeding tube, so I wouldn't even really be fasting. So in that video, I just documented my experience and just shared some general information about fasting from the standpoint of wellness and weight loss. I have found that people who swear by fasting for those purposes, they just really don't like when you criticize fasting to the point where they act like you slapped their mother. Maybe this is mean, but it's funny to me how triggered fasting zealots get when you say anything negative at all about fasting. Anyway, so this Instagram post was just me. It was just a picture of the thumbnail from the video. And I was just like, hey, new videos up now on the channel, or, you know, something to that effect. That's all I said. I'm not sure if this person watched my video or not. I just found it really strange that she decided to scroll all the way, like that far down on my Instagram feed just to comment on that particular post. So surprisingly, this person actually did not block me after our exchange. I thought for sure she would, but she didn't. I'm gonna share a majority of our comment exchange here. I say majority because Instagram is freaking weird sometimes. Like I went back to the thread after this, like to script this video. I do the thing where I hit show replies and it didn't show all of our replies. It only showed like the last two. But before you clicked it, it said like show 8 replies, but then I clicked it and then it only showed the last 2 exchanges between she and I, and it skips over 2 comments, one from each of us. So the last 2 that I saw didn't really, I mean, to me it made sense because I knew the context, but if I just, like, to you guys, it's not going to make sense. So I guess, like, I'll do my best to kind of try and explain them, but it was just weird, man. Instagram is weird sometimes, how, like, sometimes it doesn't show comments. I don't know if that means she deleted those specific comments, but, like, why, if she just deleted those, why wouldn't I be able to see mine either? I don't know. So, yeah, I got screenshots of most of them, so let's dive in, let's be entertained, and let's fill our brains with some knowledge of stuff influencers say, which is not really knowledge. I don't think knowledge is the appropriate word. So here's her first comment. I found the best way to start my monthly 5-day water fast is with an enzyme colon cleanse and finishing it off with an enzyme liver flush. Talk about total of autophagy or autophagy. I say autophagy. I've heard noticed some people say autophagy. It makes the water fast way easier, way more potent, and refeeding super easy. Oh my god, I just noticed that she used like different skin tone emojis in her In her thing there, this one, the one that's pointing to the right, that finger, that's the more tan one. That's actually the color emoji that I use because I feel like it most closely represents my skin tone. But the hands, those look like a lighter complexion. That's such a small thing. That's weird. I wonder if she did that on purpose. Anyway, here's my response. Neither the colon nor the liver secretes digestive enzymes. Digestive enzymes are primarily... Oh, I typoed there. Are primarily secreted by the pancreas and are secreted into the small intestines. The stomach and mouth contain small amounts of enzymes as well. There are no digestive enzymes in the liver or colon, so I'm confident whatever product or method you're using to do an enzyme colon cleanse or enzyme liver flush is a waste of time and money and doing nothing for your body and may even be harming it. Please be careful. Most products that claim to detox you have a laxative effect on your body, which is unhealthy and unsafe. Also, cellular autophagy happens all the time, and we don't know when it happens. It's a natural metabolic process which gets rid of old damaged cell components. It happens at a higher volume during stress, a caloric deficit, and prolonged fasting, but it always happens. You don't need to cleanse or flush for it to happen. Good luck to you, and please don't encourage others to engaging in whatever you're doing. At best, it's wasting time and doing nothing, and at worst, it's harmful and flat out dangerous. Thumbs up. So, let's chat a bit. She brought something up that I noticed that a lot of people who are just obsessed with fasting constantly love to bring up. Cellular autophagy. The funny thing is I've never actually heard a single one of these fasting zealots fully explain what cellular autophagy is and what it means. Allow me to explain. Let's first break down the word autophagy. Since doing so will basically tell us what it is. So the prefix auto means self. The suffix phagy or phagy means mouth or like to eat. So put together, the word autophagy means self-eating. So cellular autophagy is a process in which components of the cells, typically the cellular organelles, self-degrade or eat themselves. Autophagy is an important part of the cellular life cycle because it helps the cell get rid of damaged or defective organelles, adapt to different types of metabolic stress, maintain general homeostatic function within the cell, and also to basically recycle damaged or defective components of the cell. It can also be a source of energy when cells are deprived of vital nutrients, so the cell basically eats itself to stay alive. And this process can actually make cells work more efficiently. I don't want to just keep saying autophagy or autophagy in my head, so I'm going to call it CA, okay, going forward. So the reason why fasting zealots never shut up about CA is because fasting/prolonged starvation is a way to really ramp up CA. However, fasting is not the only thing that triggers CA. It can be induced by exercise because that is stress on the system. A high-fat, low-carb, keto diet, that also presents stress on the system because you're not giving your body its preferred source of fuel, carbohydrates. And also eating in a calorie deficit tends to upregulate CA. Notice I said upregulate and rev up or ramp up, whatever I just said. That's because CA happens all the time. It does not just happen when you are fasting or exercising or eating in a calorie deficit. It is always happening. It's just really upregulated in times when the body is highly stressed. I couldn't help but laugh when I read her first comment when she was like, talk about total autophagy, as if she could feel it happening. You can't feel it happening. That's like saying, oh my God, I can just really feel all the B12 absorption in my jejunum right now. It's crazy. I imagine that was an assumption that she made just because maybe she was just feeling really good, and so she perceived that to mean that cellular autophagy was happening, which is so weird. So the reason why fasting zealots love to preach CA is because there has been research in the past that points to dysfunction with CA being an indicator of disease development, such as diabetes and heart disease. The idea being that with cell waste and poorly functioning cell parts building up inside the cell, it can down the line cause other diseases. All of that said, CA is a very complicated process. A lot of influencers out here just think that it's as easy as, if I fast, I'll promote cellular autophagy and then I'll prevent cancer. But it's really not that simple, and there's actually not enough research at the moment to conclude that inducing the upregulation of CA is an effective wellness and disease prevention strategy. An excerpt from the Cleveland Clinic about autophagy reads the following. Recent conversations about autophagy often frame it as a health trend, a process to get younger, healthier cells. In reality, autophagy isn't that simple. Autophagy is indeed essential for healthy cells. It's also true that problems with autophagy. I'm really getting my brain messed up because I just keep switching back and forth between autophagy and autophagy. I'm not doing that on purpose. I'm sorry if it's annoying. It's also true that problems with autophagy are associated with some diseases. Still, there's not enough research to support inducing autophagy as a wellness strategy. Depending on your health, fasting, reducing your calories, making drastic changes to your diet, or taking on a rigorous exercise routine may be dangerous. Speak to a healthcare provider if you're curious about making any lifestyle changes that can disrupt your body's natural processes. So there you have it. As far as the other stuff she said regarding enzymes, I really already explained that in my response to her. What she said was complete nonsense. An enzyme colon cleanse and finishing it off with an enzyme liver flush. Digestive enzymes are secreted by the pancreas into the digestive tract. Your liver does create its own enzymes called AST and ALT, which stands for, let me see if I can remember this. I can never ever remember the liver enzymes. AST is aspartate transaminase, and I think ALT is alanine transaminase. Boy, I sure hope I'm right, or else I'm gonna have egg on my face. These enzymes are necessary for healthy liver function, so I would say that flushing them out is probably not a great idea. All right, so let's proceed to her response to my last comment. Never said there are enzymes in the colon or liver. We use enzymes to cleanse the colon and liver. Been doing it for years, getting powerful results. It's 100%. And the monks have been doing it for centuries. What the f***? What monks? What? I responded, the job of enzymes is not to cleanse. They act as a digestive aid to help your body digest and absorb food within your intestines and stomach. They don't detox. Your body already detoxes. Using a cleanse or flush does nothing for your body and can in fact harm it more than help. All of this information is easy to look up and prove scientifically. Believe if you choose, but I genuinely hope that you're not spreading your ideals and giving anyone false hope with this pseudoscience. Using enzymes to cleanse the colon and liver. The monks, what? Your liver and colon cleanse themselves. Oh, my crown just like tipping. I'm not noticing it tip because like it's kind of getting washed out on the window back here. Anyway, your liver and colon cleanse themselves just fine, and they do not use enzymes to do so. So your colon is your large intestine. You know one big way that your colon cleanses itself? By making a poop. Your large intestine, aka colon, does not produce digestive enzymes. So I don't understand why giving it enzymes would do anything for it. That's just absurd. Also, monks? What? I tried to fact check that and I found absolutely nothing. I have no idea what she's even talking about. And then of course she didn't elaborate on it either. So, all right, let's proceed. She responded, you clearly do not understand the power of enzymes. There is plenty of science around the power of enzymes too. I used to be a non-believer until I tried them. So I do understand the misconception well. I said, ma'am, there's no misconception. I have a bachelor's of science in biology and my master's in clinical nutrition is in progress. I understand enzymes, but okay. Since I'm wrong, humor me. Name a digestive enzyme and explain to me the mechanism and process through which it detoxes the liver. Also would appreciate if you cited a recent peer-reviewed research study to support your claim. And this is where I couldn't find, like what I was saying before, like the part of our exchange got disappeared somehow on Instagram. This is what I'm talking about. For the record, I distinctly remember she did not cite any research. I'm about to say that. And she just she named it, I don't want to sound like a B word here, but it really just looked like she just kind of went to Google and typed in enzymes in the body and she just mentioned them in her comment. But yeah, I don't know where these comments went, where her response to that one went, because she did respond to it and now it's just gone. I don't know if maybe that means she deleted it. I don't know, but I can't find it. But I do have my response to her. So I'll read my response to the comment that is disappeared, which she may have deleted. All you did was name enzymes. You didn't explain the mechanism through which they work, and you didn't cite any sources. Amylase, lipase, and protease break down carbs, fats, and proteins, respectively. That's right. She did name some digestive enzymes, so that's all she did. She just named them. They're secreted by your pancreas into your digestive tract and don't have a direct effect on the liver. Their purpose is to help with food digestion and absorption. Serrapeptase, according to brief research, is not even an enzyme that humans possess. It's found in silkworms. Okay, this is coming back to me now. Studies can be found is not citing research. Yes, studies can be found on these enzymes, but I was asking for specific studies that support the claims that you're making. Detoxing the body using a cleanse or flush is pseudoscience, and detox products and diets are well known in the scientific world to be scams and a waste of money. You're not going to find a single peer-reviewed study that supports your claims. Perhaps it's why you didn't cite one. Continue to believe in this if you want. I hope you're not shilling this nonsense and taking people's money. Have a great one. She responded, you can continue believing in your pseudoscience too. Meanwhile, I'll stick to the results, capitalized for some reason, myself and my clients are getting, as results are what count. I always note how I may not be able to out-talk doctor, but I sure have been outperforming many of them for the last 8 years. Okay, and that was her last response. I don't know. I guess she thought she schooled me with it or something. I don't know, but she didn't. Anybody else catch that she said what I was saying was pseudoscience? Oh, honey. So that was our exchange. Like I said, I think some of the comments are just disappeared. I don't know how. Maybe she deleted them. I don't know what happened. But surprisingly, she actually did not block me. So I visited her page, her website, to see what she was all about. One thing that I was obviously most curious about was her background. Is she a licensed healthcare professional? Is she some type of scientist? Anything? And as far as I could find, the answer to those questions was no. Not that I could tell from her website anyway. I didn't see anything on her about page. If she were, I don't know why she wouldn't write it, right? That makes sense to her. So I don't want to share the name of her website because it would lead to her being easily found. And, not that any of you would find this person and harass them, because I know that all of my followers are good little lemons with good intentions and we're just here to get educated and entertained. I know you guys wouldn't harass anybody. I know we're not here for that, but the name of her website is just so strange and gross. It has the word mucus in it. That seems so specific. I wonder if maybe she's had issues with her mucus levels before. I don't know. So let's read a little bit about her from her website. Once I healed myself after what seemed a lifetime of ongoing health and emotional struggles, which eventually led to me being bedridden without any answers from doctors, I just knew that I had to bring these teachings out and share them with the world. There is no greater reward and nourishment for my soul than to see my clients fully thrive, not just physically, but in all areas of their lives, when I show them how to reclaim their light body. That wording is weird. I'm just going to say it. We're all thinking it. True healing really is about returning to our natural selves on all levels. We cannot heal parts of ourselves. It's all or nothing. She goes on to say, after 22 plus years of doing the work in isolation, I have put everything together in one program that gives you everything you need to fully turn your life around and live the life you came here to live. What has been done must be undone. This is about terrain modification. What the Which is why all my group programs focus on shifting your consciousness around what true health is and how it is achieved. I have been labeled the health guru of our times, but really all my team and I do is guide you back to your true nature. Oh my God. So when I clicked on about, because I wanted to see what her platform was about and what her website was about. Again, I'm not going to say the whole name of her website and program and whatever, because it'll give it all away because it's such a unique name. So I'm going to kind of blank stuff, but I'm going to read the mucus part. Blank, mucus blank. Oh my God, is the culmination of blank blank's journey. Healing herself through cellular detoxification and deep personal development. Oh my God. Okay, a lot just happened in the last 4 microseconds since you last saw me. My husband FaceTimed me and then I spilled some coffee. I cleaned up, went and got more coffee, talked to my husband, and then I just kind of readjusted myself with the camera so that the top of my head wasn't directly in front of the window here and wouldn't get as washed out. Okay, where were we? So that's right, we're on her about page, reading more on her about page. Blank's passion has always been in health and human optimization. From the age of 5, she was obsessed with finding out what was the source of disease. And they spelled disease, DIS-EASE. She grew up believing that so much more was possible for humanity with a deep innate connection to the Christ consciousness. Blank's past is deeply varied. having studied Ayurveda and yoga in India in her 20s. Cool. Working in some of the top spas in the world, as well as stints in high fashion and deep dives into the world of African and South American shamanism. Looking back, she realizes how her own suffering and illness was the greatest teacher, propelling her to keep pushing the edges to carve a radical new way of being. Her teachings are a very unique amalgamation of shamanism, mysticism, a deep understanding of the human body. Through her studies of Ayurveda and natural hygiene, why is that capitalized? Steeped deeply into Christ consciousness and the knowing that we as a species are evolving beyond what we ever thought possible. Ayurveda, if you've never heard of Ayurveda, it's an Eastern medicinal practice, and it is considered alternative medicine. And it's considered by many here in the West, especially healthcare professionals, to be like a woo-woo type of practice, because a lot of the treatments in Ayurveda are not science or evidence-based. She also used the word mysticism to describe her teaching, which... Need I say more? So that's enough about her. Let's look at some of what she offers. So one thing she offers is some kind of dietary supplement. It's like some kind of peptide complex. So protein. So let's read a little bit of the description. Dietary supplement based on natural peptide epithalamine. I guess those are registered trademarks. And a mixture of vitamins and minerals for a balanced nutritional diet. Epitide is a revolutionary product. It always is. That has many years of research and application in clinical practice. The product contributes to general health promotion and maintenance of longevity. Let's read some of the benefits. Epitide has proven itself to be one of the most effective geroprotective substances. Geroprotective? What does that mean? I'm going to look that up. I need to know what that is right now. Stuff about autophagy, renew, stem cells, ageless cell, longevity, AI. A geroprotector is a xenotherapeutic that aims to affect the root cause of aging and age-related diseases and thus prolong the lifespan of animals. Okay. So that's not a made-up word. Its properties, activity, and safety as a short peptide complex have been extensively studied and tested by leading internationally acclaimed scientists. All right, so how much is this stuff? And $300. Wow. Do you know how much Starbucks you could buy with that? And Starbucks would fulfill me just so much more. Okay, so something else she offers is like kind of a mastermind course, which I feel like everybody has a mastermind course these days. Doesn't Jessie Lee Ward also have a mastermind course? I think that's what she calls it. Like every social media guru person has a mastermind course. So this person's mastermind course is a membership type deal, and she promises to help you regenerate and upgrade your body through cleansing and stuff. So this membership supposedly offers guidance on the following: health and nutrition, cellular regeneration, cellular detox, anti-aging, deep emotional excavation and healing of karmic fractures, true spiritual deepening that is rooted and grounded in lineage and tradition. Whose lineage and whose tradition? What the hell? Now, all of these luxuries are not free. This is gonna cost you a whopping $3,333. That is more than 2 months of mortgage payments for us. No, ma'am. No. Oh, but that's not all, you guys. She also offers a 3-month intensive course as well. And her 3-month intensive course includes the following: 1 intake call with in-depth assessment resulting in personalized protocol, 1 personal and 1 medical astrology session to get a full roadmap of your healing journey and which energies must be moved for transformation to take place. Weekly coaching calls with me. Before I show it, I want you guys to guess how much this one is. Just guess. I'll give you a minute. Did you guess? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for this? $33,333. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. And what the hell is up with all the threes? Is that symbolic for something? Over $30,000 for this. Is this a typo? Please tell me this is a typo. This has to be a mistake. $33,000. I can't. All right, I think that's enough. I feel I've made my point here. In my opinion, this is all my opinion, that health and wellness influencers, these gurus and whatever, they masquerade around here acting like they know what they're talking about with absolutely none or minimal legitimate training, education, or any sort of background. And they mislead people into thinking that they have the answer to whatever problem they're having. It's like that chick, My Adventure to Fit. I've made a video on her before, who to my knowledge has absolutely zero qualifications or education, but I've seen her flat out give people like health advice in the comment section. And her solution to every problem that everybody has seems to always be keto or intermittent fasting. Or Bobby Parrish, aka Flav City, telling a pregnant woman that she should not listen to her healthcare professional and not get tested for gestational diabetes because he said the test is insane. That was on a Dr. Ids video, I think, the other day. If you're not following Dr. Ids, you really, really need to. FYI, Bobby Parrish has absolutely zero qualifications or education or background that we know of that qualify him as a healthcare professional or a nutrition professional. All that is bad enough. Like them masquerading around like they know what they're talking about with absolutely no education. All that's bad enough. But on top of all that, these same people are charging $30,000 for a 3-month intensive program. What does that even mean? My boob job didn't even cost that much. And what the hell are you offering for that again? A phone call and a medical astrology session. What does that even mean? This is the part where I would normally kind of add my caveat and say something like, well, if you have access to a healthcare professional, then your best bet is to speak to a licensed healthcare professional, talk to a doctor. And the reason why I add the caveat of if you have access, because here in the United States, we don't have universal healthcare here. Not everybody has healthcare. We can have a whole conversation about that another day, but not today, right? But if you have $33,000 for a medical astrology session from a wellness influencer, then I do not believe that you cannot afford to see a real, legitimate, licensed healthcare professional. I'm sorry, I just don't believe it. So, summing this up, this person, to our knowledge, is not a licensed healthcare professional, nutrition professional, scientist, anything like that. It has no corresponding qualifications that I could find based on my research. Yet she's offering all these services saying that she can fix XYZ problem. Balance yourself in cellular renewal and cellular detoxification, which are things that, by the way, your cells already do naturally, but okay. Not evidence-based, not science-based. Will it hurt you to get a medical astrology session? Probably not, depending on what that entails. I don't know what that might entail, but if all she's gonna do is look at you and read your chakras or whatever the I don't know. That probably won't hurt you. That's probably not going to hurt you. I think we can all agree on that. But it also probably won't help you, and it will definitely waste your money, in my opinion. You need a real professional, not a wellness influencer. Please, thank you so much. Okay, if you made it to the end of this video, I was about to say comment autophagy if you made it to the end of this video, but that's kind of a lot. How about you just comment auto if you made it to the end of this video, just so I know you made it here. And if you did, thank you very much. I really appreciate it, and so does the algorithm. That really helps me out. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you enjoyed me and want to see more of my face and hear more of my ramblings, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you again very much for watching. Happy birthday to me, and I'll see you guys next time. Queen Lemon, over and out. Okay, Onyx, so the room smells kind of bad right now. It smells like farts, and there's only 2 of us in here, and I know that it wasn't me. You want to come clean? So you're really not going to come clean, Onyx? You're not going to apologize for making my office stink? It smells in here now, and it's because you've been farting. It's not me, Onyx, okay? It's not me. I know it is you. They smell like old man farts. That's what it smells like. Oh, okay. Roll over. Roll over, that's what you're gonna do. You stink up my office, and then you expect me to rub your belly. Is that what this is? Well, fine. You're the big old man. Big old man. I love you even though you fart in my office.